Hi, this is Ida. I have had a lot of people ask me about shortening the reins because we comment as judges that they lost connection in their test while they were shortening the reins. And then it's like, well, what's the best way to shorten my reins? So I'm going to try to show you here on a very snowy day how to be able to shorten the reins and hopefully keep the horse a little more in connection. And obviously, I had to stand here in front of the camera to do it, which is a little awkward, but you should be using exactly the same technique while you're moving. It does work, and we're going to try to show it to you here. So here we go. So, I've let the reins out here a little bit, and I'm just trying to keep her attention because she's a little distracted by something there. But what you see is that you take your thumb and with your forehand with the other hand, and you right here, you want to hold with your, let's say that you want to take up your left rein. Your left thumb and forefinger hold the right rein, and you actually pull the rein through your hand and then let it drop. And you can do that both sides. And as you watch this, you go, okay, I'm beginning to get it. So you're keeping some connection. And right here is a really good, she's in connection, and you can see that I'm holding with this hand and sliding this hand down, but the outside rein, the left rein, is in connection, keeping her in the connection or frame that, so if you have some pressure, so let's say you're in the middle of going down the long side and you're preparing for a 10-meter circle or a half pass or a turn, and you're thinking, I need to shorten the inside rein, you would hold the outside rein and use your outside thumb and index finger and hold the pressure on that inside rein while you slide the hand up. So instead of completely releasing the reins and then jumping up the reins, the horse goes completely off the bridle. And you learn to do this slowly and gently. And the closer you keep your hands together, the better it is. Now, the next thing here that I didn't really realize that people didn't know, but this loop of rein, if you have closed reins, there is a name for this. It's called bite, Bight. This is a rope term, and it is a loop of a rope if a sailor throws a rope down or wraps a rope around in a circle and there's an extra loop of rope somewhere, it's called a bite. This is the bite, Bight. It is traditionally in Western dressage kept on the off side, the right. And when you get your hands all organized and all back up together and triangulating your forearms, what you see when you get to the end, and I'm going to stop it down there for you, is that the bite is down, hanging down on the right, on the off side, and it's under your rein. Because if it flips over, it gets tangled, it bounces around. This holds it from bouncing, but also that makes extra weight on this rein. And amazingly enough, your contact can get so light and should be so elastic that that rein bouncing on it makes a vibration on that rein, and that can affect your horse's connection. As small as that is how good you're going to get that just bouncing around there is a thing. So if you have closed reins like I do, then this is called the bite. Now let's say you're using some split reins and you're using them two-handed, but you're not bridging them. So most people, if they're not bridging their reins, the rein ends go all on one side. And if they do, then the traditional side is the off side of the horse on the right hand side, and it's the same thing. Both of those ends hang down here under the rein. So here's what you're trying to do is hold and slide your hand down. And of course, you see me wearing gloves because gloves for me are a thing. We've I've instructed many, many, many riders, literally hundreds of riders over the years. And what we find is that riders that use leather gloves really begin to have a super connection with the horse. And your hands just do not show up so much what you're doing. Even if you're on a light horse, it's amazing how your hand just kind of blends up into the sleeve. So here we are. We're going to keep looking at it. You hold with the other hand and you slide your hand down and you pull the rein up through. You can pull it up, which I just did there, pull it up. so you can pull the rein up through your hand and then close it gently around the rein. And then you have a triangulated forearm, and you have your thumbs pointing gently towards the other direction, like the right thumb points gently towards the left ear, and the left thumb points gently towards the right ear. The hands low, right in front of the saddle pad, around the swell, and almost on top of the pad. And then the bite hangs down on the inside of this rein on the off side. And taking up the rein becomes a whole lot more subtle. So give that a practice and try it while moving, while you're not distracted and your horse is quiet and everything. See how quiet you can be taking up the reins, because when you shorten the reins, when you go to shorten the reins, a lot of times you disturb the horse's connection. So your job is to see if you can get this done without disturbing the connection that you have. Okay, until next time, hug your horses for me. Bye.